What's up, my G's, and welcome back to another episode review of the Dragon Quest Dino Daibouken, aka The Adventures of Dai anime. And today we are diving into episode 6, The Beast King Crocodine. If you are new to this channel and enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and hitting that thumbs up button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Also, remember to let me know what was your favorite part of this week's episode in the comment section down below. All of your support really helps the growth of this channel, and I really appreciate it. And with all that said and done, let's jump right in. We start this episode off with Brass talking to Dai, getting ready to leave the island. Brass can't go because of Hadlar's evil will, and Yvonne's spell is still working. Pop is distraught by Yvonne's death, so Dai wants to leave without telling him. Dai plans to head to Romo's kingdom and talk to King Romos first. As Dai is leaving, Pop comes running to join Dai, after having a dream about Yvonne the night before, where Yvonne tells him to use what he learned to help others. Dai and Pop leave the island on Dai's small sailboat. This is a nice quick way to get Pop and Dai off the island and into the world. I love that they don't spend too much time here. It gives us more time to get into the good stuff. We switch to a little girl being chased by monsters in the forest, and suddenly Dai jumps and kicks one of them in the face, saving the little girl, and Pop even uses a fire spell to hit one of the monsters. The little girl is lost, and she asks Pop and Dai to help take her to a village, but the two of them are actually lost as well, and they have been lost for 3 days. From behind, the monster that Pop hit with the fire spell is back up and attacks the three of them while they're talking. And from a tree, someone shoots a fireball that hits the monster. Pop demands to know who the person is and points at them, but the person is closer than he thought, and they walk right into his finger. And Pop actually touches the person's boob. She slaps him and calls him a pervert. This part was in the manga and the original anime, and I'm glad that they kept it. I wasn't sure if they would keep it, because in the first episode, there was a little gag scene that was taken out from the original anime and manga, that was also the same kind of comedic style. The little girl that was saved by Pop and Dai runs into this girl's arm calling her mom, and tells her that her mom was bitten by a poison slime, and she went into the forest looking for an antidote herb. She tells mom that Pop and Dai saved her, and Dai introduces himself and Pop, and they start to have a conversation. Mom tells Pop and Dai that they are in the dark forest, and ever since the evil lord returned, monsters have started to make the forest their home. The forest was also like a maze, so people started calling it the Dark Forest. Dai tells Mom that they are heading to Romo's kingdom, and she invites them to stay in her village, which Pop refuses because he is still mad about being called a pervert. After some arguing between Pop and Mom, Pop drags Dai away and they all leave the area. The little girl finds a bag on the floor that Pop and Dai left behind, and inside was Gome-chan, who they take home to their village. This little part was cool because it tells the watchers that this isn't the last we see of Mom. She has to reunite with Pop and Dai eventually. That means more fighting between her and Pop. We switch over to Pop and Dai walking in the forest, and we see an eyeball-looking creature hanging from a branch in a tree, watching them. We then switch over to another eye talking to Hadlar, telling him that they've located Dai. Hadlar requests to speak to the Legion commander, the Beast King Crocodine. We switch over to the Beast King Crocodine, sitting in a cave with another monster eye. And through the monster eye, Hadlar starts to speak to him. Hadlar begins by asking Crocodine what he's doing, and says that Crocodine was ordered to take over Romo's kingdom. But Crocodine says that the kingdom is so weak that his monsters have it under control without him. Hadlar then tells Crocodine to kill Dai, but Crocodine laughs when he's shown a picture of Dai because he was only a child. But after hearing that Dai wounded Hadlar himself, Crocodine was excited to kill Dai for Hadlar. We switch back over to Pop and Dai, and Pop is still complaining about Mom when they hear a roar in the distance. It's the Beast King Crocodine heading towards Pop and Dai. Suddenly, from the trees in front of them comes Crocodine cutting the trees down effortlessly with his axe. This part seems to have been rushed through. The manga in the older anime had a scene where Pop and Dai run into a lion monster who is pretty strong, but he starts to whimper at the sound of Crocodine's roar in the distance. I guess they just decided to skip to where Crocodine meets Dai face to face. Crocodine introduces himself as Crocodine, the Beast King, the Legion commander of the Fur-Fang Legion, one of the 6 legions under the Dark Commander Hadlar. He continues to explain that the Dark Army is divided into 6 different legions. The Undead Legion, a legion of warriors who have overcome even death itself. The Blizzblaze Legion, destroyers who incinerate everything and freeze even the soul. The Mystic Legion, a legion of mages who control unparalleled magic. The Shadow Legion, a legion of dark hunters who kill from the shadows, unseen and unknown. the Dragon Legion, a legion of dragons, the most powerful monsters. And finally Crocodine's own Furfang Legion, a pack of fearless beasts. This part was awesome to watch. I remember when I read this in the manga and thought to myself, things are about to get good. Every time they showed a different legion, they had monsters from the games on the screen, and that brought back memories to when I was reviewing the games earlier this year. In the manga and anime, this part was shared by Hadlar, who had just finished restoring his body from the damage inflicted on him by Avan and Dai. Crocodine then tells Dai that he's here to kill him on Hadlar's command. Dai is learning quickly that the Dark Army isn't here to play, and they are fully intent on killing him, and they are also closing in on him. After telling Crocodine that he is only an underling of Hadlar, Pop shoots a frizz spell at Crocodine, and Crocodine eats the fire spell like Natsu from the fairy tale anime. Crocodine then shoots a strong attack with his axe at Pop and Dai, and it completely destroys the cliffside behind him, and Pop and Dai are shocked. Dai even states that in terms of raw power, he's even stronger than Hadlar. Crocodine mentions that all of the Legion commanders surpass Hadlar in their specialties. Pop runs away like a pansy and leaves Dai to fight Crocodine alone. And while running away from Crocodine, Pop runs into the lion monster that I talked about earlier. We then switch over to Crocodine attacking Dai with his axe, and Dai is dodging every move. Dai readies his stance like Avan, and Crocodine acknowledges the fact. Dai jumps into the air and uses an earth slash on Crocodine that breaks the armor plating on his forearm, but it doesn't even break his skin. Crocodine attacks with his axe that uses a whoosh spell, a wind attack that blows Dai away, and then he jumps to attack him, and he slices Dai in the tree behind him. But Dai suddenly vanishes, and as sudden as Dai vanished, Dai kicks Crocodine in the face, sending him flying onto the ground. We switch over to Pop running from the lion monster, and he's saved by Mom. Pop tells Mom about Crocodine and how he ran from the fight, and Mom scolds him for leaving Dai. After getting rid of the lion monster, Pop notices the necklace around Mom's neck. It was the insignia of Avan. She was also one of Avan's students. We switch back over to Dai and Crocodine fighting. Dai is trying his hardest, but after clashing with Crocodine's axe, he is sent into the air, and Crocodine, using his axe, sends a whoosh spell at Dai again. Dai uses a wave slash and finally injures Crocodine. But Crocodine retaliates with a fire breath that incapacitates Dai. Crocodine is about to finish Dai off, but is interrupted by Pop and Mom. Crocodine easily holds them back with his whoosh spell, but Mom shoots Dai with her gun while he is laying on the ground. And both Pop and Crocodine are surprised. Dai is left with a shining aura around him. And that's the end of the episode. This episode was pretty good. We got the sad moment of Dai leaving the island saying goodbye to Brass and all of his monster friends, as well as Pop's determination to help people like Avan wanted him to. We got to see the relationship between Hadlar and Crocodine, as well as how they communicate and some of their plans. We got an explanation of the Dark Army by Crocodine that introduced us to the 6 legions. We learned that Mom was actually a student of Avan. We got plenty of action, with Dai saving the little girl and fighting Crocodine. And we also got a nice cliffhanger to end the episode off. I say that was a job well done. This episode covered chapters 15 through 19 of the manga. And seeing this come to life in beautiful colors and awesome animation was satisfying as hell. I loved how they changed the way the 6 legions were introduced and got rid of some of the unnecessary fluff. I feel like it fit perfectly where they put it, and it gave Pop and Dai more knowledge of the 6 legions, unlike in the manga and the old anime. I feel like I say this every review, but this anime continues to get better and better, and we can sort of see where this is about to take us. Dai is eventually going to have to come in contact with the other commanders of the 6 legions. He's gonna have to fight them either one by one or as a group, and I gotta say, that sounds really exciting. And I'll end the review there. I hope you guys will continue to join me as I review these episodes of the Dragon Quest Dino Daibouken, aka The Adventures of Dai anime. And I'll see you next time with the next Dragon Quest video. Peace out, my G's.